Yo, it's your boy, Matic. About to make another video. It's been a while. I appreciate all the likes and subscribes. I've been seeing a lot of positive shit on my channel lately, and I'm happy about that. I'm gonna keep making more videos little by little, but for now, I'm gonna talk about this little thing. I don't know if it's bothering me, but I feel like it's going in the wrong direction, and I'm just gonna speak my thoughts about it. Just out of curiosity of what other people think about it, because I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about it, so I'm pretty much gonna sum up what I think about it. So we're gonna talk about Sony's censorship laws, Sony's censorship policy. I feel like this thing has been going out of hand. Like, I swear, like, developers can't even be open about making their own titles anymore. I'm talking about Japanese developers in specific. I'm not talking about American developers, because I feel like American developers are more on the safe side. Because if you look at The Last of Us 2, that game has a whole sex scene. That game is crazy. Like, that game has so much crazy shit going on in that game. I don't even know where to start. But anyways, I'm going back to the Japanese developers. Sony feels like they should censorship all these anime titles. They should censorship all these games like Senrankagura, all these games that's coming out from Japan straight over here. Ulterior Ryza, I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah, it's crazy. And right now I'm reading this article, and it's talking about all the censorship policies that Sony has put out so far. And it's crazy, because even games like AAA titles like Devil May Cry, which was developed by Capcom, there's censorship games like that, like little things like that. Like, I think there was a part where Dante was holding onto Trish, and Trish was like naked or something like that, and like they like censored that, like only on the PlayStation version, but I think on the Xbox and PC version it was like full on censored. It was fine, like it wasn't censored. So this is crazy. Like, this thing is getting out of hand, and I feel like Sony is just like, since they moved their base to California, they had to take these procedures and think about what they should be doing differently. And it's crazy, because it's like, I personally think it's getting out of hand, and now developers aren't free enough to, like, they gotta be able to release a title. They gotta be careful with it, because they can't even be free with this shit anymore. Like, if you look at games like Senrankagura or like Dead or Alive Extreme 3, which didn't come out here in America, but it did come out in Japan, but I believe it's not censored. But I know, like, if it was to be censored over here, it would be crazy. The censorship would be crazy, but it's not coming out here, so that's out of my league. So anyways, you got games like Omega Labyrinth that I think they made a part 2 of that game. It didn't even come out. Like, it's not even coming out because of like how like sexualized it is and how crazy it is. And this is mostly for like anime titles. That's the crazy thing. It's mostly for anime titles, which I kind of don't understand, because it's anime. It's like, what's more, like, what should be more censored? Anime things or things that look like real life? You know what I'm saying? Like, what should be more censored? Anime things or things that looks like real life? Because if you look at The Last of Us 2, that one sex scene looks like it's real life, and it's like, you kidding me? And I think it was a rape scene. I don't know. I personally didn't play Last of Us 2, so I don't know. So I'm pulling up this article, and I'm seeing a lot of things. Look, in Devil May Cry, there is a scene where Dante carries a naked Trish onto the motorcycle with solar flares blurring out Trish's buttocks in PlayStation 4 version, while the Xbox One and PC versions were completely intact. A patch was later made to remove the flares in the PlayStation 4 version. You see what I mean? The jiggle physics slider was removed, and the spicy dialogue was toned down in Neko Power Volume 1, which was downgraded to the game's ESRB rated E for everyone, while the Switch version was still rated N for mature. That is crazy. You change the whole rating and you censor the whole game. You change the boo physics and everything. That's crazy to me. Oh my god. Like like, I don't know what's going on. And then it's crazy. Look, Lian Shi's breast physics were reduced in the PlayStation 4 version, while they still bounce in the Nintendo Switch version of Warriors of Orochi 4. Wow. I cannot believe this. And this is something so little. Look at this. Athena's bikini was replaced with her golden armor and the cover of SNK's 40th anniversary collection. Like, that is so minor. Like, why do you have to change that? Like, what kid is coming up to like their parents and being like, look at her titties, like, look at her bro? Like, no, like, that's not happening. Like, I just don't understand that. And it's kind of it's kind of dragging it. Like I said, I feel like Sony's dragging it along the way, and I don't know how you guys feel about it. Like, do you feel like that Sony's dragging it, or do you feel like it's right for them to censorship these games? Because I feel like now developers have to really like be careful of what they put out on their games, because they now can't have the freedom to like do little things like, you know, breast physics and like putting big ass titties on their characters, you know? Say for instance like Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive has just started, like Dead or Alive 6, I feel like they just started now using like the censorship shit. Like Dead or Alive 6 is not even that good, to be honest. Like it sucks. But like the thing that like crashed into the ground was like the fans. The fans were like, why the fuck are you censoring this game? This game is all about boobs and just kicking ass. Like, are you kidding me? Like, have you seen like Dead or Alive 2, 3? Like Dead or Alive has always been about the women and the men like looking badass, and it was always about like these girls just kicking ass, and the girls were all like, they're all good looking, they all look hot, you know, and this and that. Like Dead or Alive was always a game about like the women, you know. That's why they made Extreme. That's why they made, you know, the Dead or Alive photo mode and Dead or Alive 4 and this and that. Like it's you know, it's crazy, you know. I don't know if Dead or Alive 5 has it. I kind of forgot, but anyways, it's just crazy, and like I feel like it's getting out of hand, you know. So, and again, in this same article, Sony claims that they censor certain Japanese games to protect children getting a hold of them, which doesn't make any sense given that these games aren't aimed towards children, and that it's the parents' job to monitor what games a child's played, not the publishers. This is so true. This is literally so true. Like, it is your job as a parent to take your children off certain things, like protect your children from certain things. If you do not want your children to curse, then tell your children not to fucking curse. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, help them out, you know? So it's like, I just don't understand, and it gets worse. Ulterior Riser, I was watching a video on YouTube. I don't remember the name, but I'll see what I could pull up. But he was talking about how Ulterior Riser, like 2, the one that's coming out, they're censoring the thick thighs. Like, something so mind, and I swear to you, it's all anime titles. This is only happening in anime titles, and it's getting out of hand. This is mostly happening in anime titles. Let me clarify that a little bit more. It's happening in AAA Japanese titles too, but it's mostly happening in anime titles. And to me personally, I feel like it's a shame because, like I said, developers can't really like be free with their, you know, art style and the way they want to make the game now and this and that. So it's kind of like, what's the point, you know? Like, now developers have to be so like I said, so careful of what they put out there. And they got to be careful of how they draw their characters, how they got to be careful of how they do the art style and how they draw the woman and this and that. If you look at MK11, like it's basically censored. Like, it's like the girls got no asses, the girls got no tits. Like, it's like, and that's what people were complaining about. I don't know where all this things is gonna go about, but you know, it's kind of sad where we're going. You know, it's kind of sad. And me personally, I feel like everyone has a freedom of expression, and I feel like everybody should have, you know, with their art style, everybody should have a freedom of art. Like, you know, like, don't violate, like, don't wild out, like, don't make them full on naked and shit like that. I'm not saying that, but like, I just think that the censorship policy for Sony is just ridiculous. Like, and I feel like it's just gonna get worse and worse. And most of the Japanese titles, since they're not so open and free to making these games and like having to censor their games on the PlayStation platform now, it's kind of pulling away all these Japanese developers. These Japanese developers who are making you know, games like Senrankagura, you know, even like Atlas titles like Persona or something like that. Like all these other games, like all these Japanese titles, like now they got to be careful and they got to censor their games on the PlayStation platform. But like as far as PC and Xbox, it's like whatever, you know, it's like whatever. We're gonna keep it, we're gonna let it go. Don't worry, you know. If you look at Uppers, this game called Uppers was supposed to come out on the PlayStation 4. The game got canceled on the PlayStation 4. Why? I'm guessing it's because of the censorship. They're not saying what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's for the censorship because the fact that that game has a lot of etchiness in it, and it has a lot of other shit going on and in between. Like, it's a lot of things going on in that game, and I personally haven't played it yet, but I know it's only on a PC. It's only available on Steam, but it was supposed to come out on PlayStation 4. And it's on the Vita. It's on the Vita, but it's only in Japan, you know? So it never came out over here in America. So that's crazy that some people wanted to play it on PlayStation, but now they can't play it on PlayStation. Also Nintendo. On Nintendo Switch, like, these games aren't being censored. These games are looking how they are, you know? Like, if, like I said, like Arteria Riser 2, like, if you look at it, like, everything is, it's there. Like, it's not censored. There's nothing being censored about it. So my thoughts is that PlayStation is going way too far about it. And I'm not calling myself a fucking, like, a fucking crazy addict or some shit like that. Like, put some anime titties, like, they need anime titties, and No, I'm just saying that I personally feel like things are just getting out of hand, and I believe in freedom of expression. People should be able to do what they want with their video games, and without it being censored, you know, like, unless they go really crazy, like I said, really crazy. If a game goes really crazy and beyond what it is, then they shouldn't release it in America. You know what I'm trying to say? Just like Dead or Alive Extreme, like, they shouldn't release it in America, you know. But if you're really like going crazy and censoring these games and this and that, how far are these Japanese developers now gonna make their games? How far is you seen the Senrankagura developer? He left Marvelous. I can't remember why, but I think he left because of like the censorship policies and stuff like that. And it's just crazy. But if you guys can help me and figure this out, like in the comments or whatever, I can't remember. I can't pull it up right now because, you know, I'm just reading it from an article, but whatever. Anyways, you got games like it's just crazy. Like, I personally just want things to be how it was before. Like, I want games to be like able, like, I want to be able to play a game and have that game be originally how it was. I don't want to be able to be seeing like it's being super censored, and like, I just feel like that's not fair, you know. It's not fair to the developers, and it's not fair to like fans, you know, because if I'm playing on my PlayStation platform, I can't get the full version of it, you know. I had to play on an Xbox, or I had to play on a PC, and that's sad. Come on, Sony, like, you guys are the Japanese entitlement of like the console race. Like, you guys are the main brand of the console race besides Nintendo. You know, Nintendo is something, but like, Sony is like number one. Sony has always been getting these multi-platform Japanese titles, and you know, every time they get these games, they're like, they never really censorship them, you know. They never really censored them, and it's crazy, you know. So tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think about censorship. I'm gonna put the article above in my comments, so in the description. I'm gonna put it above in the description, so just let me know what you think. My name is Senrankagura. I appreciate all the likes and subscribes. Please tell me what you think of this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments above, and keep supporting me, keep sharing my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. My name is Senrankagura. I'll see y'all later.